Hello and welcome to Joburg Today, where we bring you the latest on what is happening in and around the city of Johannesburg. Do take a look at our C40 section for updates on climate change and to see how these changes are affecting your city. Today we are celebrating Human Rights Day, which is a public holiday reflecting on the sacrifices that were made to achieve the rights that we enjoy today. We went to Constitution Hill to see what you can get up to today.
Human rights is something that we all should have. It's things that we have that should be able to help us live life and to make sure that everyone lives life fairly.
Human rights is very important to celebrate it. We have legends that fought for the human rights. We have the likes of Mr. Nelson Mandela, we have the likes of Martin Luther King, so it's a worldwide concern. Constitution Hill, it dates back from 1843. It used to be a war. It was created mainly to close in the Anglo-Boers. Around the 1900s, it was created into a prison, and it has lived from that time until it incarcerated most of our famous and infamous prisoners. And within Constitution Hill, we also house the Constitution Court, which is the highest court in the land. And we are very proud to be within this space because we have a lot of people coming through our site. We attract a lot of international tourists. It's a very important day because in as much as we are a museum of the prison of the past, this is where you get to walk in the past right into the future. This is where the past happened. This is where people were incarcerated. This is where people were oppressed. But today we are saying we are living within the Constitution. We have rights. It's a celebration. It's to feel that memento to say, where was South Africa and where are we today?
I'm trying to learn actually what's all this thing with human rights.
I'm here because I thought it would be interesting to learn about the history of South Africa, to go more in depth. I'm pretty young myself, so I don't know much about what happened in those days. It's just basic stories that I hear from here and there.
Why? Because human rights is all about human rights.
My name is Andile and this is Joburg Today.
Keep chatting to us on social media by following us on Twitter at Joburg Today and liking us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv. Share your thoughts with us and tell us what else you would like to see on the show. Also, when you're on the go, keep up with us on pockettv.mobi, and that is Pocket with an I. We love all things that have to do with Johannesburg. Wits University Press and the David Kroot Bookstore in Arts on Main launched a book and opened an art exhibition that talks about life in the city of Johannesburg.
Migrant Women of Johannesburg is about migrant women who come to Johannesburg from other parts of the continent, from Cameroon, from Rwanda. I called it life in an in-between city, was because I realized that these women were living in between. They were in this what I call legal limbo. Having formal papers on the one hand, but not those formal papers not translating to anything when they, anything about life in the city, practical stuff. Senzo Shabangu, who is on the cover of the book, his work speaks of coming to the city taking over the life of a person, of the city being this in-between place, this upside-down place. And when I first met Senzo, and his work, he just spoke so compellingly about life in the city in a way that connected with my own migration to the city.
At the moment, I've been working with Caroline in doing her own book, and then I did an out cover. My work relates with the stories that she wrote. So we decided to hang some few works today to be part of the launching of her book. I'm a self-taught artist. I came here in Joburg in 2005 to be a pilot, but through life, I became an artist.
What I also love about Senso's work is the fact that it humanizes the city. A lot of his work, his artwork, has paintings of people in relation to the city. And it spoke to me because while the city can be a difficult place, I think it can also be a very humanizing space.
I'm not here to be swallowed by this huge city, because this city can also swallow your dreams, as it did with my pilot dreams. So now I'm fighting back to do those things that I wanted to do, but through art.
My name is Robin. This is Joburg Today.
And that sums up today's show, but do not forget to check out the special focus section for more city coverage. Stay on top of topical issues with Cap Talk and look forward to your future in the city of Johannesburg with Joburg Tomorrow. That is it from me. I love and I leave you with Ought to Tell You by Canal Cruz. Till next time.
Back in ETV.
Hey guys, welcome back to Balcony TV Johannesburg. I'm your host Julian from a beautiful Joburg summer's day live at Randlords, and we hang out with Conal Cruz. Did I get that right?
That's right. It's great to be here, Julian von Plato.
You've actually been on Balcony before. We realized
that's right.
Earlier,
we just figured it out
at the MTN Summers a couple of years ago.
2010.
Awesome, man. Well, it's great to have you back.
It's great to be here.
Do you like our balcony?
Flip, it's awesome. You got a great view.
It is, eh? What song are you going to play for us today?
I'm going to do the latest single from my album that's playing on radio nowadays. It's called Ought to Tell You.
Take it away.
Cool.
I could never carry on without you close to me. Couldn't face another day all by myself. And the night would fall and last for an eternity. There would never ever be a rising sun. I would lose all hope and fall apart. Nothing left more than a broken heart, and all that would remain a shattered dream. I could never carry on without you close to me. Couldn't face another day all by myself. I guess I ought to tell you how I'm really feeling before it might be too late. I know, I ought to tell you I'm just as scared as you are, but we're in this together. I know. There's a beauty in your eyes, it must be heaven sent. Every time you smile, I know where I belong. And your soul so pure, your heart so full of happiness. And you move me in a way I've never known. You're my savior, you're my everything. You're my life, you're every song I sing. And without you I would surely fade away. I could never carry on without you close to me. Couldn't face another day all by myself. I guess I ought to tell you how I'm really feeling before it might be too late. I know. I ought to tell you I'm just as scared as you are, but we're in this together. I know. I never thought it'd come to feeling before it might be too late. I know, I know, I know, I ought to tell you I'm just as scared as you are, but we're in this together. I know, I know, I know, I ought to tell you how I'm really feeling before it might be too late. I know, I know, I know.